Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. It's Kaiserreich, we're playing as the Kingdom of Canada, and we are just over a month away from the start of a war against the American Union States. You know, take care of the rest of the former U.S. over here, since they clearly can't really be trusted. You know, they're too chaotic. They'd probably elect some sort of crazy person to be their president or something like that, and we can't trust that. We've got a couple of discounts from the ISIC over here for a couple of different doctrine paths. Line artillery recovery rate, more line artillery damage. So these are the ones, not the support ones, but the ones that we actually put in into the main sort of division. Over here, this would be the support companies. It's for all support companies. More soft attack, more organization. More soft attack, more organization. Both of these unlock overwhelming fire, so it's not too bad. They are mutually exclusive. I mean, we are running line artillery. I don't know if we care as much about the recovery rate, per se. That's 10% more. And we are getting a lot of attack from the line artillery. This, I think, would be super relevant if we went to, like, a 4-4 kind of comp, right? 4 infantry, 4 artillery. A lot less organization, but a crap ton of soft attack. And that would combo pretty well. This is all support companies, although I don't think most support companies add attack, so it's mostly just going to be the support artillery, which obviously we're going to have in, like, absolutely everything. I don't know. I don't know if there's really a strong incentive either way. Tell you what, let's go on the left, because it's got a slightly higher discount, and we might go with, like, a 4-4 sort of infantry at some point. Some sort of mixed variant where we go with a lot more artillery. Because it does have really high punching power. It's a lot better at attacking. You know, the divisions that are stronger on actual infantry have a lot more organization. They can hold the front a lot longer. I mean, they could fight a lot longer as well. But usually, the higher organization, I usually think of it as a more defensive kind of thing. You're just trying to tank it out and see. I think we're going to keep going down this branch, discounts be damned. Although, you know what? Let's go and finish off this industrial stuff first. How close are we to the next type of guns? Yeah, I don't think they're going to be relevant in this particular battle. We'll start production of it for this, but that will be about all. We've got some more light tanks available. Can we very quickly add in another light tank without going negative? Indeed, we can. In fact, we can do this. It's still only 16 width. Let's just add one. When we go, and we're going to want to add self-propelled artillery probably to this, to give it considerably more punching power without sacrificing any speed. I don't remember if those will be width 3 or width 2. I suspect width 3. So we'll see how it goes. I don't remember where the speed number is on here. Is it not listed on this actual little pop-up? I mean, our speed's 12, so I guess we're fine, but... yeah, I'm still going to hold off on the field hospitals over here. I don't know, maybe we should have them. But there you go. So, a little bit more. I didn't actually check them before and after, but it should have a little bit more punching power on these. And do that again. We might lose a little bit of the XP as it's reorganizing that group, but that's okay. We're not going to modify government yet. No one's training. Explore the North is done, which means we finally have some local chromium, which is lovely. Now, I'm not... Wait, this gives us free decimeter radar? What am I looking for? Here. So that saves us from researching it ever, if we go to here. Now, I'm tempted to do that, because at some point I will want better radar tech. And I don't want to, like, accidentally research it if we can just save one. And bonuses to research. Okay, we're going to grab these two. And then I think we're going to switch over. At that point, the war against the U.S. will stop, will be over, and we'll start on the securing the North Atlantic, I think. I'm going to do that, because otherwise, I think we're going to do things unoptimally somewhere down the road. And I do want all the radar. You know, the red group might actually be able to punch through here. We're going to wait. We're not going to activate this battle plan right away. We're going to see if these guys move around. We've got some cover over here as well. We might be able to punch through Chicago surprisingly quickly. War justification is nearly done. I think it was going to be the 8th of March. 8th of March. There's our justification. Pause, pause, pause. Bring down the speed. So, no faction, you wouldn't join ours, you... Just have volunteers sent away, non-aggression pacts. I think we're going to become a solo. Do I want to even call in my allies? You know what? Let's not even bother. So we're going to do this. Battle plan is a go. These tanks, I'm going to specifically get you to do this. We're going to try to wrap around Philadelphia. Green, 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 green. Yeah, offers to join. You know what? Fuck it. You guys can join in. It's fine. I should have just called you in from the start. So here we're just holding... Although... Oh, we're missing someone. Let me dart back over here. Try to block this guy from coming through. You're marching into there, which is fine. Yeah, so mostly this is just going to be, you know, just held, and that's okay. We're going to push through here, though, which is going to be all right. Yeah, I should have sent an extra division here to help hold that. If Detroit falls, it's hardly the end of the world. Okay, our tanks are, in fact, completed their move already. I'm going to get you guys to rush down to Baltimore and Washington. Philadelphia's already fallen. And you know what? I'm just going to keep queuing up all the way down the coast. We might want to duck inside. Actually, you know what? You're going to make a run right to Atlanta. Done. Done. That's what you're doing. You might want to take one of these guys. Here, you. I'm going to encourage you to rush to Cleveland. Well, you know what? Up this way. Hit down to Pittsburgh and then up to Cleveland as quickly as possible. And then actually just backfill that, because otherwise we'll get some ugly border bullshit. Okay, Red Group, I'm going to tell you to go and attempt to make the move to Chicago, because apparently that's already going well. So Chicago was the capital of the CSA? CAS? One of the two, I don't remember. The syndicates. The syndicalists. And that has been resolved. This guy's going to have... You know what, we can probably... I'm betting we can just punch him right away, because this guy's probably someone who fell back from another battle. Let's just clean up this little peninsula over here. I don't even know what this area is. Maryland overall, but... something. I don't know. I don't know America very well. Oh, I did deploy my planes, by the way. I'm sure some people were concerned about that. I did that between episodes. Got our fighters, some strategic bombers, although I'm not sure that there's much reason to do the strategic bombery. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that so that we have less to repair. But we've got plenty of air support for our actual battles, which is part of the reason they're going a little bit better as well. Push, push, push. Tank's going to keep going. Yeah, I'm okay with this. You're going to go and hopefully bop these guys pretty soon. Yeah, that'll be it. Excellent! We've got our next tier of infantry gear. And 39, we can actually get the next level specialists, which I'm going to do because we might need our mariners here. Outdated equipment. So, we're going to go and swap you to the Model 3. We're going to bring you up on top of the queue because our artillery is fine there. I'm going to set up another line, maxed out Model 3s. As we get more factories from the US over here, we should be able to fill in both of those lines and really max out our industrial production. Now, meanwhile, why don't you make a run like this and then up here just to isolate these guys completely, if possible. Cleveland is done. You're going to backfill that as well. We'll hold this. Commune of France declared war on the Swiss Confederation. Well, well, well. We're going to just keep this guy pinned. That's going to be fine. We might not actually progress here. And maybe I could break and move a different way. I could just move him directly into Detroit or something, but that's okay. Chicago looks like it's coming down. So we are in a couple wars because we're still in a war against a Turkestan Khanate. Not that that matters to me very much. They're already most of the way towards capitulating. What's their national unity? 60%. I guess that makes sense. I mean, they did just go through a civil war, for Christ's sake. We're going to try to go another path to cut these guys apart and do some bops. But mostly, if we can get our tanks to roll into Atlanta, I have a feeling that might be the end of them. Now, Atlanta might... Oh. I wonder if some guy just got bopped. I don't know. There's a possibility there's a bunch of guys in Atlanta. One of the things that the AI does do, if they have any troops in training, they do like to instantly deploy them. in response to an attack. Okay, we may have been a little too crazy here. It's possible. I should probably be a little bit worried about my tanks getting cut off. On the other hand, I'm going to get one to go down to the coast here, because we can always pass some extra resources that way, and then you're going to try to go up to Atlanta in a different route. Sure, that's fine. Maybe I should have deployed more guys. It's actually probably a good time to start training them, actually. More regular infantry divisions. If we check here, yeah, we quickly run out of dudes that we can equip. Let's train maybe 3 at a time for now. We'll try to get you to do that, and you can merge into this group when you train, but I don't think it'll be relevant for this war. May have been a little, like, overly cray-cray. On the other hand, it's actually not going too badly. There we go. Just don't want Detroit to fall. We are definitely pushing in over here. I mean, these are, you know, hardly the best fighting forces, but the same is true of both sides. I think Chicago will fall. And who knows? Free dockyards, because I think we're capturing some. Battleships. Let's just make the one battleship. Because presumably we do have carrier tech. Ooh, it's only carrier 1. Here's heavier cruisers. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of obsoleteness here. You know what? Let's start making some subs. Because we might be able to do some denial stuff against Great Britain. We may or may not need it, but, you know, it's a strategy that other people have employed in the past. You halt. Because you're actually going to get cut off here, but not really, because keep that guy pinned. Just pull back a little bit, because I'm a little concerned about that. The strategic redeployment here, I can see what's happening. It's because we're generating a crazy front. And, okay, yeah, Atlanta is being guarded pretty heavily. I'm going to get you to just go and do that. And why don't you just go and run down all the way here and all the way back up to here. Now, I suspect that the golden group here doesn't actually have a true front line anymore. I think something like that is going to be a-okay. Now, you still have some. You're trying to close in over here. Can I get you to do this, actually? Nope. Never mind. Never mind. Change your mind. Stop. There you go. Alright, we've got that grouped up, which is nice. Still would love to pinch these guys off here. I know there's a river crossing, but yeah, this is some pretty weak-ass divisions. You can go through there just fine. Now down here we don't have much in the way of air support, so that's not, you know, helping things out either. Clean this all up. That division's pretty weak sauce. We might want to go and punch, but I don't know. We're okay here. Yeah, no, that's fine. You guys can keep pushing that guy back. So there's going to be some pushback over here. But that's okay. Chicago, not yet, huh? But it's getting there. Oh, yeah. You guys are hitting from the rear now, so you're definitely going to be okay. I'm going to get you, yeah, finish that, then come down here. We'll just keep trying to grab a few of these victory points, because there's not a whole heck of a lot going on here. You're actually fine. Make a run to Columbus. More wars finishing up. You're going to go and pinch these guys off here. You can go and... Ooh, or not. I thought... Oh. I think I just looked at the bottom bar. Didn't realize you had no organization. Okay, these guys are properly surrounded now. We've got a couple of different armies set up over here. Thinking of redrawing some of these fronts. You over here. Oh, you know what I just realized? These two armies have been sitting idle for a while. I'm going to get you to join up the dark blue group. Mr. Eye Patch. And join that push. And you can be quite aggressive about it, buddy. I got faith in you. There's a victory point that can get taken here. You've got no org. I was going to do a little push, but no. That's part of the problem, too. The blue group is a little spread out. Let's get you to focus over there. Unless I want to make you do a run up this way and do a cutoff, but it doesn't look very viable. So no, just head down to the coast. It's going to be fine. I'm going to get this tank to turn around, actually, here, because of that. But that's going to be okay. First of all, we do actually have a port over here, so we can still get supplies. You're actually going to do this to try to eliminate this guy. I'm going to get you to do some of that. So much strategic redeployment. It is a hugely long front. Oh, over here. Bop these guys. I should really redraw this. Because, yeah, you see, like, consistent and constant strategic redeployment happening over and over again, and then they get caught out with no org. I mean, that's what you get when you have way too long of a front and not enough dudes, I suppose. Chicago did fall, which is great. What I'm going to do is get the sort of purple group to do this. I'm going to get the red group to become part of the gold army over here. Alright, and these guys have a stupid front, these tanks. I should just delete. That's the second front. That's right, I'm forgetting about that. I'm going to get you guys to line up here and plan a push towards Atlanta. That's what I want to do with the tanks. And I'm going to go and grab a couple of these infantry divisions that are relatively close up and make you be part of that. There we go. So we'll have a 4-division push directly towards Atlanta, backed by some tanks, which apparently are holding this defense here. I mean, we are defending across a river, I guess. Now, can we get our air support over here? That would be good. You. We've got you here, and you can take the southeast. There's going to be some range issues, but you might still be able to assist. If we get Atlanta to fall, that will be the end. Oh, we don't even need Atlanta. There's lots we could take that would get the job done. Alright, we don't even need to bop these units. Just a few extra control points. Victory points. As we're moving up, I'm going to do some right clicks here, just to try to speed up some specific gets. I don't know if we can ninja around here or anything like that, but yeah, there's really not a whole heck of a lot left here. Get this airfield. I'm just widen this up. They're going to push there. So you guys are... Go. And go. There might not actually be anything at Atlanta. We might be able to sneak behind this guy. Actually. It looks like that's the case. Oh, well, shit. Okay, the war's about to end. Just takes a second. Like, they get a, 24-hour grace period or some damn thing like that. There it is. Take all states. End turn. Done. Now we're talking. There's the proper Kingdom of Canada. Mexico, we're going to leave you alone for now. Oh, you're syndicalists. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, but I really don't think that's the priority, although we should maybe take a look at what their resource map is. No, basically nothing. They got a lot of oil, but it turns out we're good on oil now. What I think I forgot to do is cancel my import after we went and explored the north, so we're going to have plenty of chromium. I mean, we don't have lots of chromium. We don't have infinite chromium. We've got plenty for now. So we've got to do a pretty aggressive redistribution of our troops here. In particular, all these militia brigades, they're going to move into some sort of garrison kind of thing over here. I think I'm going to split you into... Oh, yeah. So that's still Panama, and then there's you and you. We're going to figure out a few borders to hold. I think you're going to hold Mexico here. We're just going to keep our eyes on things. I'll draw you an offensive line just so you can get some prep. And you know what, like, you're looking for something like that. You'll get your prep, that's going to be fine, but mostly you're just going to be sitting here with your militia divisions and doing that. We'll have to check to see if we've got enough to actually cover every square of this, and that. And then you are going to further split in half, and we're going to have a West Coast, East Coast thing. Garrison. I guess the island. And, whoops, that was already grabbed. And we've got all that. And specifically, your job, I mean, if there's any resistance, but there shouldn't be, your job is to guard, I guess, I don't even know if we need to guard the victory points. I'm not worried about anyone airdropping in. It's really about guarding naval bases, is all we're particularly concerned about. We need 12 divisions to guard all the naval bases, so we'll try to get you a few more in there. And you're going to do the, actually, quite a bit here, to be honest. We might want to split this garrison group into two to do the South Coast, or the Gulf Coast, I guess you could say, and the East Coast. Da-da-da-da-da. This belongs to us, which is interesting, as opposed to France. I don't think there's anything up there, but I'll flag it anyway. And here as well, just to say. But again, your job is simply to guard naval invasion points, and you're going to need 24 for that. We may want to make these thinner. They are 3... Well, I might want to have 2 different types, because we might want... Well, we're going to want some sort of like garrison, sort of defending areas units for the Mexican coast, I would say. But the actual sort of Coast Guard... So Mexican border, I should say. But the Coast Guard could be a lot thinner. You really don't need a lot to defend from naval invasions, especially since right now I'm not concerned about that. So we could free up a lot of manpower and equipment if we were to do something of that nature. And that's not a terrible thing. So we've got... See, if anything, the Mexican border, we might want to use this sort of garrison template. And this militia, I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down to just 2, freeing up some manpower and equipment. And the garrison over here, I feel like you should probably have engineers for more digging. I don't know. It doesn't take that much more equipment. Let's hold off for now. But this is the Mexican border. I'm going to get you guys to become this, because if when we declare war on Great Britain, are you part of? You're not part of any faction, but something could change there. So I'm going to get you to be like that, and we are going to go ahead and train 22 more militia brigades at some point. We got a few infantry being trained. We could probably train a few more motorized brigades as well. Let's do something like that. Again, these are still light tanks. We don't want, like, infinite. Maybe, like, we'll get to a total of 6 more, so that'll bring us up to a total of 8 light tank divisions. That's possibly still a crazy amount, because, again, they're not going to have, like, ridiculous punching power. You know what? Maybe I'll bring it down. We'll get, like, 4 of the light tanks. They're good for, like, quickly grabbing things, and then we'll focus on developing maybe some medium tanks, or maybe heavy tanks. I don't know. We'll see. Modifier governments? We probably have enough points to do something like that. So... Intel Minister, no theorist available. We probably need to make some decisions for that. Electronics manufacturing, discounted research times, radar stations is probably worth picking that up. I mean, they're all pretty good. Let's do this, because we are actually about to start a bunch of radar construction, I think. Although we do get 1 radar research for free. Yeah, I don't know. I regret nothing. Okay, so in terms of our actual troops... Oh, we need to... Because we're not going to want to fight with the RCMPs going forward. Is it shift-click? Oh, I guess it is. I'm used to shift-clicking, you know, grabbing a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go and add you to one of the coastal garrison things. We may change you to the other thing. No, I guess we'll keep you as RCMP for now, because we're going to want... suppression. That's what the RCMP is going to be there for. And do they actually already have an MP support division? They do. So we're going to want a bunch of those when we start the real war to suppress rebellion. And that's going to be all right. And then the rest of these guys, I'm going to go ahead and just merge them up. Except I'm going to keep the 2 Marines separate, and we're going to want some more Marines, and I will, in fact, train them. I think we're going to want to go up to a total of 10 Marine divisions, because right now I think that's all we can do an invasion with. We could do more, that's fine, but we'll go ahead and do this. You're short on some equipment, but that's okay. We're working hard to get the new infantry equipment, and we probably want to wait for most of that to get rolled out before we start the next tier. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's needed for reinforcements, which is not the same as training. Efficiency is going up. Artillery is starting to be produced. We've still got a stockpile of support. I suspect we're going to want a wee bit more of that. Motorized, maybe I'll go and increase it just a scooch as well. A lot of the support divisions, which we're going to be adding in here, will need a bit more motorized, but we'll try to keep an eye on that. Producing light tanks relatively well. I think that just the one line of light tanks is going to be okay. In terms of construction, not that much damage stuff. Fate of America. After a long fight in the American continent, we have launched a full offensive and forced Americans to surrender. Washington, in the face of the entire America, is now in our hands. We could liberate the FSA and USA. The Federated States of America would become our puppet. And the United States would also become a puppet of ours. We could balkanize them. What does that mean? They're still all puppets? Oh, but there looks like there's going to be a bunch of little sub-countries. The Great Lakes Confederacy, the Pacific States of America, the United States, the Federated States. So I suspect this means we make a bunch of tiny little countries, and they all are puppets. We could liberate the American Union. Again, still a puppet, or... Whoa! Okay! So that is pretty standard. The thing is, in Kaiserreich, the way the scripting works and everything like that, you are supposed to just, like, full annex countries, and then you get an event afterwards that actually determines how you do it. Wow! The puppet, okay, that's... I mean, I would love to just occupy them directly, but the problem is that is a lot of political power to do it. If we don't occupy... And the thing is, if we do this, then we'll lose a bunch of stability, because we're in negative political power. And I mean, it'll bounce back eventually. It'll bounce back eventually, but it'll sort of suck. I might want to stop getting national focuses for a while. 46 others. I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell at a glance. Like, either way, am I going to lose all of the U.S.? Ohio, New York City, New Jersey, 46 others. Ohio, New York, New Jersey, 46 others. I suspect that... Again, I can't really tell. I suspect that all of these three will more or less cause me to lose all of the U.S. There'll be a puppet, which means they will fight on my behalf, but, I mean, God knows the AI is incompetent at it. No, you know what? F this. Who cares about stability? It's ours. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.